Is this Nashua Telegram? Sunday. But this wasn't Sunday, was it? It was July 2nd?
You want to take the picture of the whole page?
No, I'm going to video the whole page.
Yeah.
And then you can read it. I'm not sure I can read it. At last, summertime, and the living is exasperating. Whose words were those, Dad? Those your words? Huh?
Want to lay it on the... And take a picture of it on that?
Yeah, maybe I better do that. I wanted to try and read it. Now I'm making a shadow. Well, that's better. Yeah, at last, summertime, and the living is exasperating. Wait, isn't that supposed to be easy? Well, yes. That's the way it was written way back when, and that's how the great Ella Fitzgerald and a bunch of other crooners sang it over the decades. But today, in the midst of what for most of us is a glorious long holiday weekend, I feel like taking a little stroll on the lighter side of things, which might seem to contradict my suggestion that the living is exasperating. Not really.
You ought to put it on the kitchen table on the light.
Wait a minute, that's not the right.
So you don't get the...
That's the wrong one. Here he goes. Merrimack Man still picking at 96. Music band leader Jerry Jean doing his part to keep bluegrass country alive by Loretta Jackson. Correspondent. It's a long way from the beaches of Normandy to the Nashua Senior Activity Center on Temple Street. Nevertheless, music man Jerry Jean, 96. You're closer to 97 than 96. Why didn't they say 97? Of Merrimack is one who has made the trip alive and pickin'. That is, picking bluegrass music with his bluegrass buddies every chance he gets. Yeah, I can see why Peter used the other picture. It's better than that one. That doesn't flatter you, Dad. I don't think I'd live very long if I retired, Gene said after a gig there on June 20th. That was last month, less than a month ago. I could limit my activities, but I could never limit my music. The Free Music Fest held. Contact information. Whose number is that, Dad? For more information about Jerry Jean and his bluegrass buddies, call 459-8707. Whose number is that? Whose number is that? Whose phone number is that? Do you know?
What's that?
In here, the phone number that's in the ad. You don't know? Here's some more pictures from that day. Oh, this is the one Peter posted, I think. Oh, nice. Very nice. I guess they're all sold out of this paper. That's why I'm videoing this, because we can't get any more copies. Bluegrass. Greater Nashua represented well in Gene's band. That's Jesse.
80 years ago, I could sell it to anybody in Nashua.
80 years ago, you could or couldn't?
Couldn't.
You couldn't?
They wouldn't listen to it.
What? Bluegrass
Country
music?
music, yeah.
Just country music, yeah. And not just bluegrass music, but country music in general. Oops, wait a minute. What's this one down here? Oops, I hear somebody out in the hall. Now this is you, and who's back there on the guitar behind you? Who are these guys in the band? Do they give their names and everything? Let's see what it says. Continued from A1. From 7 to 9 p.m. on the third Tuesday of the month at the Senior Center. 70 Temple Street is a tradition of 30 years. The group also plays other venues as requested. Fun and snacks mostly suffice as pay. They do it for the fun of it because they enjoy it. Yeah. Some of us have to make a living to do it too. But right now it's nice to give it away. A Navy radioman during World War II, Gene is one of 2 survivors among a crew of 30. Wow. Whose troop transport LST 133 detonated a submerged mine in the English Channel. I have a picture of that. I'll have to put that up sometime. The ravaged hulk was towed back to France as the Allied operations against the Germans launched on D-Day, June 6, 1944, just before I was born. Wow. Histories note some 73,000 Americans among the 156,000 Allied troops storming the beaches at Normandy, France. The attack squelched the enemy's progress. Gene now handles a dobro instead of a ship radio. He plays the acoustic slide guitar while seated, plucking strings with his right hand, while his left hand runs a slide along the neck. The tones are pure and melodious. All around him, his buddies play fiddle, guitar, mandolin, bass, or whatever else they favor. Most sing when it's their turn to solo. Then Gene takes over again. Take it away, Jerry, is the toss to their leader. Let's see, renditions of I Walk the Line, or I'm My Own Grandpa, or Patsy Cline's Walking After Midnight follow. Regulars nowadays include Gene's right-hand man, Bob Pope of Nashua, Ed Brusso, is that right? Am I pronouncing that right, Dad?
Huh?
Ed Brusso?
Yep.
Of Nashua.
Yep.
Dick Moore of Merrimack.
Yep.
Chuck Poltak, is that right? Poltak?
Yeah, Chuck.
How do you pronounce his last name? Poltak?
Poltak. P-O-L-T-A-C-K.
Poltak, right, of Merrimack. Bill Quigley of Brookline.
Yeah.
Don Hurt of Hollis. Earl Jordan of Derry. Patrick Belanger.
Londonderry, isn't it?
Londonderry? They just put Derry in here. He's from Londonderry? Correction, paper. You got it wrong. It's Londonderry. Or not. I don't know. Patrick Belanger of Nashua. Al LaFrance of Nashua. Really? That name sounds familiar. I know him. And Chris, what's Crusoe? And his wife, girl singer, Jessie. Is it Crusoe? Is that their last name? Crusoe.
Yeah.
Whoa, what a cool last name. Of Merrimack. Others perform whenever they can. Good sounds, too. Gene said the group shares a love of singing and performing a good intro and good words keep it all a joy. Put feeling into the songs, Gene said. That way we keep. Whoops, where do we go from here? That way we keep the crowd enjoying the music. Pope, guitarist and vocalist, said he met Gene in 1987 through a couple of fellow musicians and invited to play at the Senior Center followed. The people there loved it, he said, and they've been going ever since. In the beginning, we called our group the Temple Street Stompers, Pope said. Later, we changed to Jerry Jean and his bluegrass pickin' buddies. Gene calls Pope a great musician who was playing in a group called Nothing Fancy when they met. First thing I know, he had a solid group, Gene said. He's a great person, and now I got 10 or 12. Now I got 10 or 12, sometimes more. Well, I think the secret is loving life, Gene said. Enjoy life. When you're enjoying playing music, you're enjoying life. Gene was a Nashawin who had moved to Keene, where he owned Noel's Music and House of Guitars. He learned to play 40 instruments. He played 12 over the years as a professional. Gene and Ruby Naylor, also a musician, wed after the war. A widower, now has grown sons. Ah, my name's in the paper. Jerry Jr. and Peter, along with their wives and a gaggle of grandkids, carry on the musical heritage. Oh, wait till you hear Gabby Tucker. She's writing songs now, and she is so good. We're going to do a trio with her Wednesday nights in
What
York. I'll tell you later. Gabby, you know Joe's son, Gabby? I'm Joe's son. Joe's daughter. Oh, God, she's so good. She plays the ukulele. Okay, where was I? Oh, Jerry Jr. and Peter, along with a gaggle, carry on the musical heritage. Peter Jean of Hudson and his mom played bass guitar. Peter played drums in his dad's band at age 14. Jerry Jr. was an entertainer. Was. Yep. Was.
Speak louder, I can't hear you.
It says Jerry Jr. was an entertainer. I am. I still am.
Yeah,
I'm 72. I'm going to be 73.
yeah.
My dad is my hero, he said. Hey, he's right. How did he get that?
Well, that's what Peter says, too.
He may have a peacemaker. He may have a peacemaker.
Pacemaker.
Oh, pacemaker. I thought you told him about your peacemaker. Does that say pacemaker? You're right, it does say pacemaker. I can't believe I said that. All right. It is music that makes his heart beat and his heart sing. That's true. Jerry Jean's contemporaries became friends. Dolly Parton, Tex Ritter, Kitty Wells, and many more performed nearby at the Cheshire Fairgrounds. Borrowing an amp? No problem. Need a microphone? Sure. Gene had fans too, for he played for WKNE radio and on television for WMUR, where he drugged Jerry Jr. too, and WBZ. Oh, that was me. Oh, were you on WBZ too? Oh, wow. I was on a different show. I was on Community Auditions. Gene and his bluegrass buddies stayed late by popular demand until 9:30 p.m. at the Nashua gig on June 20th. You can hear the stories that people have put into bluegrass music, Gene said. You can feel the passion in the stories. Sure is shooting. The crowd of around 40 wanted more. Oh, that's a good story. Where in Boston did you?
Well,
WBZ. What show on WBZ did you play? You said you're on WBZ. Do you remember what TV show?
uh,
Was it Jimmy? What the heck was his name? Became famous later.
I don't remember.
Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean's show when he was in Boston. Wasn't that it?
No.
No. Rex Trailer? No. Can't remember who it was. Too bad. Well, this is Dad at 97. No, this is me. I just shook the camera. That's why it's funny. I got the camera running. And that's the Nashua Telegram. And I'm going to shut this off because we got 16 minutes worth of video here. One more shot of Dad in the band. And then we'll zoom in on the color picture. Whoops, wrong one. There you go. Alright. Maybe that'll...
Turned it the other way.
No, it's better this way.